Okay, so are you ready?
Yes,
So, does your family live in a house or an apartment?
my family live in a house. I think it's more enjoyable and provided because when I live in a flat, I have to care a lot of things because there will be many family like us. But when I live in a house, I can enjoy with my family happily, privately. So that's why I prefer it.
Okay. Do you have any siblings? What's his or her name?
No, I don't have any siblings. I am the only one daughter my parents have. So that's why sometimes I have a lot of responsibilities. So I'm doing my best to take care of my parents when they get older.
And do your parents let stay out late?
Of course not. They always ask me to get home by 7 o'clock. I think it is suitable because as an Asian woman, living stay out late isn't good for us. And then the darker it gets, the danger it becomes. So that's why I avoid stay out late.
Okay. How often do you eat out? Who do you go with?
I often eat out, with my families and friends, but I don't spend my money on eating out because it costs a lot. In these days, living expense is very expensive, so that's why I want to reduce some of my expense. So that's why I prefer cooking at home, healthy as me, for myself.
Okay. How much do you usually pay when you eat out?
I don't spend too much money on that. As I mentioned before, I want to save some cost for my future. So that's why I spent around 50,000 just for my eating out with my friends. And then when I eat out, I prefer a small local restaurant because I believe that they are cheaper and also affordable.
Okay. Do you often drink alcohol when eating out?
No, I don't drink alcohol. I think it is not suitable because, in our country, alcohol is prohibited by society and also religion. So that's why I avoid as much as I can. And then my parents don't like it.
What can you learn from books?
I can learn a lot of knowledge from books. I think books are like my best guide. I can learn different topics like business, culture, and also technology. And then I can also learn practical skills like how to cook by following the recipe in cookbook. So that's why they are like my best guide. They fuel my curiosity and also make my learning more interesting.
Okay. How long does it take you to finish a book?
I think it depends on the length of the book. If the book is long, it takes me over a week to finish a book, but I don't rush to finish a book. Instead, I focus on the content that the writer wants to give me. So that's why I think I'm a slow reader.
Where do you read books?
I usually read books at home, sometimes in the library, but I prefer reading at home alone because I don't have to follow some rules and I can read any books I want in my position. But in the library, I have to follow some library rules. It makes me feel a little uncomfortable. But if I like motivation to study or to read, at the time I go to the library because it's offer me a supportive atmosphere to read.
Okay. What's your favorite tourist attraction?
I think that would be Paris in France because when I was young, I felt very happy whenever I see the pictures of Eiffel Tower. So that's why when I grew up, I demand or seeing it in person. So that's why I that would be my tourist destination. And then of course, I also want to experience different kind of food influence from France.
And do you prefer traveling alone or join a guided tour?
Oh, I prefer joining a guided tour because I believe that I'm too young to travel alone. And then joining a guided tour makes me feel safer and also enjoyable. Because there are many people who can share my experience well. So that's why I prefer going with crowded people.
What do you usually bring when you travel?
So before I travel, I always make sure to pack all the things that I need, especially clothes, medicine, and important cards like ID card and passport. They are very important. And then I always make sure to carry enough cash because uh, I did I have to carry enough money to cover travel expense. And then before I go to trip, I make a plan about that trip. Like which is where are the tourist attraction or there, and also I find out the places what I want to go. Uh, As the say go, people don't plan to pay, they pay to plan. So that's why making a plan for your trip will make you easier and happier in your trip. So that's why these are the things I do before I go to trip. And yes,
Okay. What's your favorite website?
my favorite website is YouTube because I can watch anything, any kinds of video I want on the YouTube website. I think it is the most popular website in my country because it's like breaking the bank. We can use it not only for our study, but also for our, entertainment. So that's why this is very popular among youngsters in our country.
Do you think that you should use website as a reliable source of knowledge?
Yes, of course. They should use our website, as a reliable source of knowledge. But sometimes they need to think carefully before they take resources. In these days, technology has exploded too quickly. Because of that aspect, there is information pollution. There are many information uh, which around, even though there is some information which is right. So that's why before we take and give information on the internet, we need to think carefully that it's practical or rational.
Can you read website in English?
Mm, I Yes, I read websites in English, and most of them are written in English because I think it can help me to improve my English reading skill and also expand my vocabulary. So that's why it is like catchy two birds with one stone. I can learn my you know English skill, and also I can relax my leisure time by reading English article and also stories.
Did you experience your childhood in the city or countryside?
I spent my childhood in the countryside. I think it's like a kind of blessing because in the countryside, I can see the nature freely. I can play along the river and the sea with my friends happily. But in the urban, there are many crowded people, so that's why I can't go anywhere I want. So that's why it is dangerous for children. But in the rural, I know almost every people in my village, and I can play anywhere I want happily. So that's why it is a kind of blessing of mine.
Did you change a lot when you grew up?
Yes, of course, I've changed a lot when I grew up, and also personally and also mentally. As my appearance, I'm taller, and then I think I a little more beautiful. And as my mental health, I think I am better at communication and also know about the world more than before.
Why is childhood important?
Childhood is important for everyone because it shapes people how they can become in the future. You know, that's why a lot of people say Peekaboo can change the world. Peekaboo is a kind of, hide and seek game. When we were young, uh, you know, especially when we look back, we couldn't say what we want and what we want to do, as we were child. Except the only thing we can do is cry and yell. So that's why at the time we need the full uh, the full care of our parents and also people. At the time, if we get enough care and support from our family member, we feel safe in the future. But if we don't get enough support and care, in our childhood, we feel unsafe. So that's why our childhood play in the main role of our life.
What are the time for the year that people give presents in your country?
Yes, people give presents, especially on some occasion like wedding, uh, and also graduation and birthday. And I think the remarkable event in our country for present will be Lightning Festival because in Lightning Festival, people buy presents to offer the older people. It's our culture. In our culture, we pay homage to our older people with present to get their forgiveness. So that's why I think during the Ninja holidays, uh, will be the remarkable month for present.
Who was the last person you gave a present to?
The last person I gave the present to maybe my mom because she told me she was broken. She told me like her calculator was broken. So that's why I decided to give calculator as present. And then she was very happy because she didn't have to spend money on that.
Is giving present important in daily life?
Yes, of course. Giving present in our daily life is important because present is the sign of our appreciation and also loving kindness and support. For me, present are more than objects. You know, when we give present someone, that means that person is very important in our life. So that's why uh, the giving present to each other is the most popular love language in the world.
What are the benefits of reading a newspaper or magazine?
Reading a newspaper and magazine can offer many benefits to me because I can gain a lot of knowledge without needing to travel, and also I can know what's currently happening around the world and then current events that may affect my future. And then reading newspaper and magazine can offer job opportunities and also expand my knowledge level. So that's why I think it's like hitting the jackpot. So that's why I read newspaper uh, at least once a week.
What is the best time to read the newspaper?
I think the best time to read the newspaper is in the morning because we need to start our day with good habits. And of course, reading newspaper is also a good way. So that's why we need to start our day by reading newspaper. And then reading in the morning can provide us, to gain knowledge and also to know what's happening around us and also in the world in current events. So that's why this is really good. And also it can also help our brain uh, to refresh.
Okay, so with the popularity of internet, do you think newspaper and magazine will disappear?
Yes, of course. I think so because in these days technology is improving day by day. So that's why we need to follow that technology trends as much as we can. And then when we look back, we have to wait a few days to get information. But in these days we can gain a lot of knowledge and anything we want on the internet within a few minutes. So that's why newspaper and magazine well disappeared in our country. And then, uh, you know, because of growing technology, there are weaknesses, and then there are many information pollution, and there are many wrong information on the internet. So that's why we need to think carefully before we take and give the information on the internet.